How are you doing?
We're doing very well, thank you. That's very kind. No one ever asks us
that back.
how we're going.
Yeah.
But
I was good in January.
oh yeah, I was going. It felt really good until you came along. Frankly,
I made a 350 in one game, and then I made a 400. But yeah, players in India, like they don't like. I don't think any batsman likes to retire after getting a 50 or after getting 100.
did you just just those?
He made 400.
With those innings, did you just sort of throw it away at the end? Were you disappointed or?
No, actually, I was not out when I made a 400.
Yeah.
I was very sad when I got out on 350. To be honest.
What do you like?
Did you throw,
do you throw your kit
I
or you
thought I
yell
could have
out?
went on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, me too, actually. Saurav Ganguly saying he saw a bit, referring to you, he saw a bit of Brian Lara and Kane Williamson in you. How much confidence does it give you to know that Dada thought this about you?
I mean, obviously, as a youngster, that's all you want. People who you have looked up to, people like Saurav Ganguly, people like Rahul Dravid, giving you confidence, and that's basically what every youngster wants. And obviously, when you hear compliments like that from such great players, that obviously boosts your confidence, and you are furthermore motivated to do well whenever you get a chance for the country or for the India or domestic, whatever you play.
But what's Rahul Dravid like as a coach, and does he get as angry as he did in that cred ad?
No, honestly, like that side of Rahul sir, I've never I don't think anyone has ever seen that side of Rahul sir.
What about okay, hypothetical, Shubman, hypothetical, Rahul Dravid, he comes up to you at training and he gets in you and he says, Shubman, maybe just try this, and then you go and tell your dad, and your dad's like, no, do the opposite. Who do you choose?
Yeah.
To be honest, I would just listen. I wouldn't listen to either of these two. I would just listen to myself and think, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do that, or I don't want to do?
Love that. Yeah. That was the secret third option, and that was a test, and you passed.
Because at the end of the day, when you get out, the only person that will be regretting the most is yourself.
Exactly.
You'll be thinking, like, why did I listen to them when I could have just got out doing my thing? At least I wouldn't have had anyone to blame it to.
Yeah.
So,
see, that's the difference, because I always like to blame other people when I got out.
Exactly.
So that's where we differ.
That's why you played threes.
I can ask you a question about sort of superstitions, Shubman. I mean, I've noticed in your 13 test innings so far, you've only faced the first ball once, and you got a duck. So I'm guessing you're never going to do that again. Yeah. Is that like how does that work out when you're walking out to bat with Rohit? Is he just like, get out of the way, youngster? Or do you say to him, you take the first ball?
Take the first one, bro.
So I remember in my debut, Mayank was kind enough. He said, okay, I know you're under pressure. You're making your debut. So I'll take the strike. It's okay. But he took the strike in that match, in both the innings. And then in the next match, I was supposed to take the strike, but Mayank didn't play. Rohit Bhai played. So I was like, okay. So Rohit himself said, okay, I know you're the youngster, it's okay, I'll take the strike. And then from there on, he was taking the strike until that match against England. Yeah. I don't know why I said to him, I'll take the strike in this one. I don't know why I said it, but then obviously it didn't work for me. I got out on the third or fourth ball on a duck. But yeah, that won't be happening again, I think, soon.
Were you surprised at how well you went in Australia, or did you actually expect it?
Honestly, the first over that I faced off Pat Cummins, it was like, I didn't think I even touched one ball off the bat. It was like, and I remember when we were going in the crease, one of our bowlers told me, okay, the wicket is slow, it's coming a bit of spongy, it's a bit slow, like you'll manage it. And the first or maybe the second ball, I get beaten and I hear the noise from the keeping gloves or Tim Paine's, the ball, it's like tuck, and I'm like, what? Somebody said the wicket was slow, but it was like flying off the wicket. And I couldn't get ball on my bat in the first over. And then the second over, I played one ball. And then I was like, okay, now I can go on from it. But yeah, the first over was like, it was really like, I was trying so hard to get the ball on the bat, but I couldn't.
And your dad was quoted as saying, a century would have been good for his confidence. He was playing so well, and I don't know why all of a sudden he played away from his body. When you heard this, did you go home and ask your dad, how many test centuries have you got?
You know what? Then to be honest, like I also thought that was a pretty shit shot to be played at 90. And that's really.
Thank you for destroying our country earlier this year, and I'm sure we'll see you again, mate. All the best.
Thank you guys. It was a pleasure.